One.
Konnichiwa!
Welcome to
Soy Sauce and Grits.
My name is Takara,
I'm London.
and today we will be doing a
Interview. I will be interviewing Takara about her childhood in Japan as a Blasian.
Okay, let's get into the questions.
Okay, so question number one for Takara is, do you prefer living in Japan or America?
Personally, I enjoy living in both. They definitely have their pros and cons, but in Japan, I'd say it's way safer and I don't know, it's more convenient since everything is so close by and not so many people own cars. It's very easy to get around in town with your own 2 feet. But America, on the other hand, it is a bit bigger. Not a bit, but like it's quite bigger. I don't know. I love both. Right now I live in America and I love it so much. The only thing I'd say is that the safety part is a bit inconvenient for us, our age. It's really hard for us to, go places alone and really explore and be independent when it comes to living.
I agree with that 100% because that's really the main thing. I feel like Japan would always probably be safer than America because about how many cars or how limited the cars and how limited the pedestrianism is, where a lot of people walk everywhere. I think that. Do you think Japan is more entertaining than America, or America is more entertaining than Japan?
I'd say that it is more entertaining to visit Tokyo. For one, because it's known worldwide. Japan is very well known for their culture, their food. Recently, 2020, they were supposed to have the Olympics in Tokyo, but it got canceled because of all of the COVID. And Japan has evolved into a very convenient place for foreigners to live and visit. Now that we have everything, all of the signs written in multiple languages, Chinese, English, Spanish, Korean, and many more, French, I believe. And everything is just so diverse now, at least in Tokyo, which is where I lived for 7 years. So yeah, I'd say it's more entertaining to live in Tokyo, especially because of the culture. I know everybody loves anime, they love the food, they love all of Japan. Now, it's a whole nother story if you're gonna live there, but I'd say Japan is an amazing place to go for entertainment. America too, definitely. I'd say there's a bunch of places that you can visit in America. It just might be a bit more difficult to get around.
Yeah.
Transportation wise, there is now trains everywhere in LA at least. I'd say both of them has their unique sides that everybody wants to visit worldwide. But I'd say Japan is better.
Like you said, Japan is better. Do you have a favorite place in Japan or Tokyo?
Yes, I do have a favorite place in Tokyo. It is Minato-ku. That is where I grew up all my 7 years in Japan. It is a specific city, area type of thing going on in Tokyo. I really enjoy it. I mean, there's so many other places that I've gone in Japan, but I'd say probably the place where I live is the most loving place. Lovely place that I like it a lot. For one, I like it a lot because that's what I grew up in, because I know it the most. I have friends there, I have family there. I've developed so many amazing connections in Minato-ku. So I have a lot of dedication and appreciation towards Minato-ku. So I believe that's probably my favorite place. Or my grandma's place, which is 40 minutes away from there on train.
That's beautiful. I honestly love that.
Look, the air's laughing.
That sounds so beautiful. I really love that. In Japan, Like, was schooling better than America out there?
Education?
Yeah, education wise.
I've got to admit, Japan is one of the, well, actually, it's one of the most highest education when it comes to test scores and other things like that. I'd say Japan has an amazing, at least the school that I went to, they have beautiful schedules and syllabuses for the children to be able to get everything done on time and also be a child. And what I mean by that, to specify and clear that out, because that doesn't make any sense, Japan has a very limited amount of work that we have, or my school at least, but that's representing all of Tokyo and Japan. So we have maybe, I'd say, about 1 to 1.5 hours of homework a day. That includes math, Japanese, kanji, which is ancient Chinese letters that Japanese people also use. I know about, I'd say, a good 3,000 kanji characters. So that's what we work on until middle school. Every other day we learn about 5 new kanji characters. So maybe that's in your homework. Math, social studies. Sometimes we had calligraphy, which is where we use these black ink on a piece of paper and write kanji letters, which is actually really cool, but we had that as homework sometime. And the math, actually, I noticed, I have been in Japan until 6th grade. So when I moved to America to redo 6th grade, or not redo, because we have different times of when the school year ends. I got into 6th grade over here. So when I came to America, I realized that we are so much more advanced in math. So what we were doing over here in America, I have already done in 3rd grade. And to this day, right now I'm in Algebra 1. And some of the stuff I already recognize from doing in Japan. Apparently we've already done geometry in Japan. I've already done geometry. I'm sure it's a bit more advanced over here, but it's basic stuff that I've already learned. So yes, I'd say Japan has better education in general. Yeah.
That's shoot. I'm about to move to Japan.
Yeah.
I'm about to move to Japan.
Well, come here. Let's go.
But you know, when it's lunchtime, does America have better food than Japan, or does Japan have better food overall?
Well, school lunch. This conversation, this topic can go on for days and days, because Japan definitely has better school lunch, in my experience. I don't know, some schools in America, they have like catering and stuff. The high school that I have just gotten into, they actually have like catering every day, and they have amazing food. So I cannot speak for other schools in America, but the school that I go to right now, Japan has way better school lunch, I'd say, for middle school, elementary and middle school. The food in Japan is incredible. We all know sushi, ramen, udon, soba, just okonomiyaki, sukiyaki. Actually, ramen is Chinese, but whatever. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Food, yes. So yeah, and American food, I love American food, but when you think about American food, a lot of times people think of like fast food, like hamburgers, French fries, what else? Pizza, milkshakes, hot dogs, corn dogs, dogs, you know, all them dogs, because we love our dogs, right? But I mean, come on, I have to admit, fast food is great. American fast food is great. In-N-Out is great. Five Guys is great. McDonald's is okay.
McDonald's might be what? But In-N-Out be it be my taste buds be pleased with In-N-Out.
Yeah, right?
In-N-Out is probably the best fast food.
Yeah, In-N-Out, Five Guys. I've got to admit, Burger King is good.
Kind of. Only a little bit.
So-
Wendy's is good too.
In conclusion, Japan has better food.
Since we're on this food topic, what's your like? Do you like Japanese snacks better or American snacks better?
Let's talk about health. Health-wise, both Japan and America, they have preservatives, too much sugar, and just a bunch of random stuff that we don't even know the names about in all of the snacks. So, but I'd say American snacks taste better. They're sweeter, which is, in my opinion, not the best part about it, but they're sweeter, which I think is, but they're sweeter, but they're good. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like American snacks are definitely better, I'd say. I'm not saying Japanese snacks are bad, but like, yeah.
That's good. So, since you lived in Tokyo, what is it like living an everyday life in Tokyo with the parents of a foreigner?
Hard.
Was it like
It's very hard to live in Japan as an appearance of a foreigner because, for one, Japanese fellas, they do kind of have a little biases towards colored people. I can say that for a fact because there were racist kids in Japan. They were like, "Oh, you're my slave," or like, "You're too dark to be Japanese," or whatever. I'm like, shut up. But let me just say this, that Japanese people have a very kind of a, not negative, but kind of a bad idea about like foreigners. So let's say I get on the train, I clearly look black. People, when I'm in America, I look Asian, but when I'm in Japan, I look black. So I'm in the train, I'm black, everybody's like, "Oh my god, that foreigner, like, like, come on. Why you gotta, automatically have that weird idea that I am black?" Like, people in Japan, black people are like, their idea on black people is like, "Gang, gang, bang, bang, I'ma steal your watch and like shoot you. Like, oh, I'm so bad."
I would just bust out, start speaking Japanese in the train.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Sometimes kids my age in the train, they'll be talking crap about me. They'll be like, この子さ、めっちゃさ、外人だし、自分の国にさ、戻ればいいのに、もう全然なんか意味わかんない。しかもなんでこの年でさ、一人なのに、電車に乗って意味わかんなくない? Like, they would talk crap about me. I just said, why is this foreigner on the train alone at this age? Like, what is she up to? One time, this is a funny story, because one time these kids are talking crap about me, pretending talking crap.
Yeah, Blackie, right here, on the train.
Okay, so then I was like, oh my god, they're talking crap about me. So then what I did, I grabbed my phone out. I wasn't calling anybody, but I went on it like I was calling my mom or something, and I was like, Mama, もうすぐ着くよ. Okay, いいよ、買い物して帰るよ. Okay, bye bye. So I started speaking Japanese in front of their faces, in your face, and they were like, "Oh shoot. Oh my god, let's get off." So it's, in a way, it's very fun to like kind of explore and try out all different things, but I also take advantage of it. I'm not even gonna lie. When I'm on the train, you're not supposed to eat, but I look like a foreigner, so they'll be like, "Oh, they're a foreigner," whatever. So I'd eat in the train knowing that I'm not allowed to, but like, take advantage of it, folks. If you look different, take advantage of it. If you look the same, take advantage of it. Take advantage of everything.
Just not life.
Yeah, that's a bad. Bad
advice. Don't listen to her. She gives bad advice. She gives bad advice. Okay, she gives bad advice. So since you were a child in Japan, what were the main games you guys played out there? Like, you know how in America we play Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posy, Ashes, or Elevator One, or like Elevator or Lemonade. What are your games in Japan?
I am not. It's either I forgot them or I had just never been familiar with those because I cannot think of anything at the moment. But we do play tag. We play hide and seek. We play Simon Says. Oh, that's your feet? I was like, is there a possum? Okay, yeah, but those are like the basic games.
Why? You know how houses like this are built like really big and wide and like spacious, but also cramped up, like small kitchens but big living rooms and big rooms. Like in Japan, were houses like this or were apartments like this at all?
Yes. No. Kind of.
How's the architecture like in Japan?
The architecture in Japan is quite interesting. Or not interesting, but way different from America. But in Japan, as I said earlier, when we talked about safety in Japan, everything is so compact and small. So every space is limited. And I'm not saying it's not in America, but it's way more limited than how it is. The kitchen is probably 1/3 of the size as a normal kitchen in America, or California at least, because I don't know, it's probably different in New York. But everything is way smaller and compact. The architecture is, I'd say it's built way firm. There are houses like 200 years old and it's still going strong, cool, you know, that's how it is in a lot of neighborhoods. But some neighborhoods are way more, they're evolving a lot. Evolving. So the houses are getting newer and stuff. Same with California, same with LA. You know, you see some houses real big, not big, new, some are old, but they are all perfectly livable.
Well, we just finished the questions for today, so I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to Soy Sauce and Grits.
Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you. We love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.